We're going to make a tarte tatin, not the usual sweet apple one, but a savoury one, a vegetarian lunchtime dish. It is delicious, a little spicy, pretty sweet. This is going to be made with butternut squash. So nice big chunks. They really need to be pretty thick. Put them into a roasting tin. And then we're going to add a teaspoon of coriander seeds and about a tablespoon of thyme. This is fresh thyme. And because it came from the supermarket, the stalks are very tender and I can chop them stalks and all. And then finally, we need a tablespoon of olive oil, which you can measure or you can guess. That goes into a really hot oven, 220 degrees, for 25 minutes. While the butternut is baking, you make the sauce, which you need another tablespoon of olive oil, 40 grams of butter, a teaspoon of cumin seeds, and a tablespoon of maple syrup. When that's all melted and the seeds are a little fried, we'll add the harissa paste. And the harissa paste is basically chili. It's really, really hot. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons in. I think 2 teaspoons gives you a medium spicy tatin. So when it's all melted and sizzling, you can add the baked butternut slices. Just put the slices in, seeds and all. Doesn't matter if they overlap a bit, because as they cook, they'll squash down. Now I'm going to put the pastry on the top, but I'm going to let it cool a little, because to put raw pastry on top of a really hot pan would be a bit difficult because the pastry would start to melt. I'm using bought frozen puff pastry, and I've got it thawed but still quite cool, as if it's just come out of the fridge. You need a little bit of flour to stop it sticking, and then you just whack it out. I do it like this. I push all my weight bang on the pastry and then do little short, sharp rolls. I think the thing about puff pastry is it should never be thinner than 1 pound coined, because you need those layers. Right, I reckon that'll go over my pie. But first I need to season it. Because there's quite a lot of sweetness in this with the maple syrup, I think you need the salt and pepper. And you just drape your pastry over the top. Make sure it goes right over. When it's baked, you're going to turn it over. This is going to be the bottom of the pastry. So it doesn't have to be very beautiful. Just cut off the excess. When you've cut the pastry round, push it into the squash like that. And then you do need to make a few cuts, little nicks in the pastry, and that's to let the steam out. And then back into that really hot oven, 220 degrees. After 30 minutes, the pastry should be nice and risen and brown, which I hope it is. And it is. Now, can I just give you a word of warning? This handle is absolutely blazing hot, and everybody forgets and leaves it and goes away and then comes back and grabs it. Put something over it like a cloth to remind yourself that it's really hot. You need a nice flat plate that will go right over the frying pan, and you put that on top like that, and then you turn the whole lot over and hope it doesn't come out in pieces. And then you lift off the bottom. If you still have a lot of the sauce stuck in the bottom here, I think you need to spread it on the top. The herb that really goes well with butternut squash is mint. And so I'm going to just pick a few little small leaves of mint. And that's our butternut squash tarte tatin.